been a while. I have a few Korea vlogs that I need to edit, but I haven't gotten around to them because there have been some major life changes, and also I have been a little bit tired, so I haven't really been caring that much about the editing, but I will get to that eventually, hopefully sometime this year. But it is September now, and I am in Montana. I'm gonna bring you outside because the view is so pretty. That's the hot tub over there. I don't think I will ever step foot in that. The weather is amazing. It's a bit windy, but it's not cold. I was actually afraid it was gonna be cold, so I packed a bunch of layers, but every time we checked the weather, it would say something different. Like we would check it one day and it would say it was going to be in the 50s and rainy. And then a few days later, it would say it was gonna be in the 70s and 80s and sunny. So I don't trust these weather people. It's nice out right now. We rented a car. It's a giant Toyota 4Runner, and I'm not used to driving big cars like that, but it's a huge black SUV. I mean, the roads are pretty wide here, so I can't complain, but I love that the speed limit is 80 miles per hour. I mean, not that this car can even go that fast, but anyway. We're on our way to Yellowstone. Specifically, we're on our way to the west entrance because that's closer to Old Faithful, and we want to go see some of the geysers. And we picked a hiking trail that was near the geysers because we didn't want to travel that far, but it takes 3.5 hours to drive to Old Faithful from where we're staying. So it's a bit of a hike. We're going to see Old Faithful. Parking was a nightmare. It's pretty busy here.
Just had the world's worst burger.
Had the world's worst cheeseburger. It was dry. But I drowned it in sauce. Every single sauce that they had. Yeah, so we scarfed it down. Mark finished that whole burger in like 5 minutes. Actually, I think it was less than 5 minutes. I finished like 3/4 of it. But we want to see Old Faithful. It's gonna erupt soon. Okay, it's supposed to erupt at 2:11. It's 2:01. We just left the Old Faithful Visitor Center, and behind the Visitor Center is Old Faithful itself, and we just came from watching it erupt. We're getting ready to go to Fairy Falls Trail, which is very close to here. I think it's maybe like a 5-minute drive. So we're gonna get to the trailhead, park, hopefully there's parking, unless everybody and their grandma decided to go on a hike today at Fairy Falls. Let's go. There's so many people on this trail. The path split into two. One fork went toward the Fairy Falls and the other one went to Grand Prismatic Overlook Trail. So we're gonna go to Fairy Falls. And look, the basin is over there, the Great Geyser Basin. So before I was saying it took 4-ish hours to get to Yellowstone from where we were staying because we stopped a few times. We drove from Prairie, Montana, back up through Bozeman, down toward Big Sky to get to the west entrance to Yellowstone because that's where Old Faithful is and that's where all the geysers are. and that's where this trail was. North entrance to Yellowstone is actually only 39 minutes away from our lodge. So I thought it would just be like a quick shot to Yellowstone from where we were staying, but there was a huge flood and I guess it's not possible to drive there anymore, so they closed it off. So we couldn't get to the north entrance, that's why we had to go all the way around the park to get to the west entrance. Just left the Midway Geyser Basin and now we're gonna head back into Bozeman, and from Bozeman we're gonna go back to the lodge. I think we're gonna grab some dinner in Bozeman just because there are more food options there, and we want to check out downtown Bozeman just to see what that looks like. Happy hump day! It's Wednesday. It is day 3 of the trip and we just had breakfast. We were planning to go to Yellowstone again today, but we didn't really want to do the drive, honestly. I mean, it was pretty yesterday, but very, very tiring, especially after a day of hiking and exploring. We decided to do a hike at the lodge. They have a few of them, so we're on it right now. Very pretty. I mean, it is a little cloudy, so some of the mountains are covered, but I mean, it's still very nice. And the best thing about this trail is that it's private because it belongs to the lodge, so there's nobody else on it. It's just us. It's quiet. Ooh, almost slipped. It's quiet. There are these random little bugs. It's just us and the bugs. Ooh, look. One of the irrigation thingies. This is what they use to water all the crops. Montana. we're going horseback riding in the Montana mountains. It's our last night in Montana. The trip was a lot of fun. I always love being around nature and just nature related things. So I knew I would have a good time. Bozeman has its charm. Montana has its charm.
Can you feel the love tonight?